Hi guys, we are going to be working on 3 new letters this week. Make sure you have your Being a Reader book with you. If you don't, you can always use just plain old lined paper. So whatever is easier for you. All right, we are on page 35. And our first letter is this one right here. The letter X. X is awesome. However, not very many words start with the letter X, but a lot of words end with the letter X. So what is this right here? You're right. It's a box. Now, box does not start with an X. It starts with a B, but it ends with an X. Box. Fox ends with an X. Also, we could have a fox in a box. I can't draw a fox, but we'll just draw a little thing here with ears and a face. We'll pretend it's a fox. Oh my. Okay, well, or a cat. It looks like a cat. That doesn't look like a fox. Oh my. Well, all right. A fox in a box, or a mutant cat, fox in a box. Either way. All right, so let's practice our letter X, which is a fun letter to make, I think. I like making the letter X because, well, I don't know. I think I started doing them when I was drawing maps as a little girl, because I used to love to draw pirate maps with the X marks a spot. So you just start on the left-hand side and you pull down, and then you lift up your pencil or your pen, and you start on the other side and you pull to the opposite side. So you kind of, how's another way I could say it? You kind of slant down, lift up, slant down. But you're slanting down in 2 opposite directions, if that makes any sense. All right, so slant down, pick up, slant the other way. I think most of you know how to make X's. X's are one of those, I don't know, they're a letter that it doesn't get away from kids very often. It's one that actually I think most young writers are pretty good at, because the lines, I don't know, I don't know why it's easy, because Y that we did last week is kind of tricky, but an X, I don't know, for some reason an X is just not as hard. And you're probably noticing that too as you're practicing. You're like, this is not even hard. I don't even need to try or practice or anything. I will say, if you get them too skinny, like this, if you kind of get your lines too close together, it can look a little bit strange, but still, yet, you can still read that, right? And even if you did it really wide, like this, it still looks like an X. So an X is kind of a beautiful letter. It just kind of hangs in there, no matter if we draw it perfectly or if we don't. All right, let's say goodbye to that little guy. He's so weird looking. All right, page 36 is the letter Z. I love making the sound of the letter Z. I do. Zzz. My husband snores a lot, and this is the sound that comes out of his mouth when he sleeps, but it's more like zzz, zzz, zzz. So I don't know who ever thought that the snore just sounded like a zzz, but it sounds more like snorting or something. What is this right here? We have these on our coats, our pants. Yep, you're right, it's a zipper. And a zipper starts with a Z. Zipper is spelled Z-I-P-P-E-R. We could even take the per off the end and just say we're going to zip up our jacket, or zip to the store. Do your parents ever say, let's just zip over to Target? Do they ever say that? I think maybe I say that. All right, a Z can be tricky. A Z, unlike an X, can be challenging for my young friends. So the capital Z and the little z are the same. One's just shorter than the other. So this is like a baby Z, right? It's like, hi, mommy. And then the mom is like all big. But they look exactly the same, right? They could be twins, which is helpful because you don't have to learn new strokes. But you're going to go across, angle down, and back the opposite way. Same thing with the baby Z. Across, down, back, across, down, back. Now once you get the hang of these, they're really fun to make. Across, down, back. And you can even make patterns with them, which I love to do. I love making patterns with letters. Maybe we're not supposed to. I don't know, but I like to have fun with my writing because writing is kind of a form of drawing if you think about it. You know, when we draw pictures, we use lines, and letters are lines too. So when we're working hard drawing our letters and when we're working hard drawing pictures, we're actually using the same skills to do both of those things. So watch what you could do with the Z. You can just connect one Z to another Z, one on top of another. Look at that. It's a tower OZs, or a zigzag line, or a row of N's. What? So many things are going on in all those diagonal lines. I love that. Ooh, make another stack of Z's. Z, 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 z. See, there's a Z and another Z, and the one Z blends into the other Z, which blends into the, oh my goodness. I love my Z tower. I love it so much. Z tower, the Z, tower of power. Ba, ba, ba. All right. All right, the next letter on page 37 is the letter K. So you can see our trend this week with our letters was a diagonal line. We had lots of diagonals in our letters that we did this week. Z's and X's and now K's, because if you look at a K, it looks like half of a capital X or half of a lowercase x. Do you see how that's about the same? Key. Well, I just gave away what that was. I'm sure you already knew. K sounds like k, k, k. And this right here, as I just blurted out, is a key. K, A, E, Y. Do you guys have a key to your house? Mom and Dad or grandparents might have a key to the car. All right, and the letter K is a line that goes straight down, just like that. And then we make a line that goes over and kicks back. The word kick starts with a K. K-I-C. K. And ends with a K. What? Kick. Lowercase k is the same, but we start our little kick lower than the capital K, and then we go over. So we pull down, pull in, kick out. Pull down, pull in, kick out. It's like this is a dancing letter. These are dancing K's. Ka, 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 ka. My daughter's name is Katie, and I used to sing this song to her. Get ready, because I'm a really great singer. Okay, so be ready. Brace yourself. Ka, 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 Katie, beautiful Katie, you're the only little girl that I adore. And something about something, something in the moonlight, and blah, blah, blah. The kitchen door. Kitchen starts with K too. Ooh, do you see what I just did there? Do you see how the bottom of my K got curvy? I didn't mean to do that. You might have that happen to you too. You know what? It's okay. Like we were talking about a few weeks ago, when you're practicing letters, you're going to notice your pen or pencil are going to start having a mind of its own sometimes. You know what that's called? Personal style. We don't want to squish our personal style in our handwriting. We want it to look like our writing, don't we? Yeah, we do. All right, K. Now we're going to practice some words that have all these letters in them. We have ox, fox, which I tried to draw badly. Boxer, boxer, a boxer. I'm not going to try to draw a boxer because that would be terrible. Jazz, jazz. Jazz is a kind of music. I love jazz. Jazz is great. It is a type of music. If you've never listened to jazz, you should check it out. Zebra, zebra, zebra. We all know about zebras. K. We already spelled that on the other page, didn't we? And this one right here. Now this is a funny word to me because you guys, probably none of you, know what this is. I mean, you might be able to read it, but I can almost bet you don't know what this is. It says jacks. Okay, jacks was a type of game old-fashioned game that my grandmother used to play and tried to teach me, and it's actually really fun. You have to have a bouncy ball and a bunch of jacks, but it's a very old-fashioned game. I would be shocked if any of you knew what jacks were. All right, I'm writing the word fox. Fox and Socks. Do you guys love that book? I know I do. Fox and Socks. Boxer. Sometimes we watch boxers in the ring, maybe. Or maybe you wear a pair of boxers. Ha! And jazz. Jazz music with a J. Jazz. I like the word jazz. Now you can trace over these letters first too if you've forgotten how to make things like your J or your A. You can always trace over these and then practice them down below. And like I always say, you just do your best, and if for some reason your letters just all of a sudden get away from you, which they sometimes do, that's okay. Just keep practicing and doing your best. The more you practice, the better and more beautiful your handwriting will be, which is the name of the game with practicing our letters. Kick. Kick. Don't kick me, the zebra said. Let's just go be peaceful and play a game of jacks. Yeah, when you get done with this, go ask mom or dad, or if you have an auntie or a grandma living in your house, go ask them if they've ever played jacks. They might have big wide eyes because they might be shocked that you've even heard of it. Yeah, do that. Go ask them. Go ask them right now. All right. See ya.